Good morning everyone, my name's Vanora, I work for Iceland. I'm here today to talk to you about the work that we've done with Rootmonkey and the recent work that we've done with Trakm8. Which am I pressing? This one? Yeah, okay, so just a bit of a background on us as a company. So in 1997 we launched home delivery and we couldn't really deliver to 150,000 customers a week. In 2013 we launched our online business and we're delivering to 57,000 customers a week. It equates to about 11 million a year. In the last, we do that out of 850 stores, so we pick all the online and we do the home deliveries from those stores, and we do it with a fleet of 1,500 vehicles. The pick centres that we've recently gone into is a new concept for us, and we've got two at the moment. So we opened the first one in Birmingham in 2016. Manchester opened just a few weeks ago, and they combined are doing 4,500 deliveries between them, with a lot more room for growth. What we've done with those pick centres is we've taken the online deliveries out of those stores that are close to them, which allows the stores then to grow the home delivery business. So we're growing it sort of in two different routes. The pick centres are managed for us by XBO, a third-party company, so they kind of look after all the logistics and the planning. But essentially within those stores they pick in exactly the same way, so it's the same equipment. Excuse me, it's the same fleet, the same telematics, the same Rootmonkey that we've designed for them. Okay, so from a technology point of view, so we've worked with Rootmonkey for quite a while now. So 2011 we started, 2012 we looked at a Rootmonkey proof of concept. So prior to this, the way that we managed our home deliveries was completely manual. We just said, get as many deliveries on a vehicle within that time scale, and we had varying results across, probably at that stage, probably 800 stores. And I guess with a sense of, we didn't really know what was going on in those stores either. So we would have average deliveries in those windows from sort of ranging from nothing to 7 to 11 to 15. And with that as well, I suppose, we had no view on how safely those deliveries were being delivered either. So at that point, we decided then we were going to invest in this. So 2013 and 14, we then developed our version of Rootmonkey, which we call Delivery Scheduler, and there was a full rollout to around 800 stores at that time. That's successfully still in our business at the moment. We then looked at the introduction of telematics. So at this time, I guess at this stage, we were able to stabilise what we were doing from a business perspective, centralise a lot of the functions that we were looking at in terms of reporting, and we could see then what the stores are actually delivering. With telematics, that gave us how safely those vehicles are being driven. And I think within the first couple of weeks of going from a really poor compliance, we got to about 70% really, really quickly. And I think that's the scary thing, that we didn't know that we had that problem in the first place. Then when we had that problem, we needed to fix it. And we've seen some improvements since there as well. So currently I think we're tracking overall safety scores about 85%, which is great news for us. We've also invested in our fleet over time as well. So we went from having Ford Transits into the Mercedes box van, and then more recently into the Sprinter van. There's one outside in the car park which has got the new cameras in, which you're welcome to have a look at. 2013, and then we added the hands-free camera as well. So kind of all singing, all dancing kind of fleet management. The hands-free cameras then gave us the ability to defend third-party claims, carry out sort of investigations in our stores as well. So that's where we got to. More recently, we have just started putting the installation of the brand new cameras into our brand new vehicles. That started last week. The plan is then to roll out over 2017-18 is then to retrofit the rest of our vehicles. And we've got around 1,700 vehicles. So that's no mean feat for the partnerships there to get that done. Expected benefits, so reduction in accident investigation lead time. So currently at the moment we have the SD cards, getting those in after an accident, getting that investigated. The lead time can be anything between 7 and 10 days. And I think that's where we probably see a lag between fixing it, doing the right thing going forward. So what we'll see here is where we can just upload those clips of those incidents. We can get that footage back out to the relevant people almost within an hour, probably less if they tell us even sooner. Improvement over time of driver behaviour. So again, if we can correct some of those behaviours, or we can make the drivers driving safer. That's going to help us, and I think just that shortened timescale is really going to help us with that, and eventually then a cost reduction in incidents and accidents. And with a fleet of 1,700 vehicles, it does cost us quite a lot of money every year. The future development that we're looking at, so the integration of the Trakm8 camera and the telematics with delivery scheduler. So again, we have got different components within our business. They're all being driven towards either safety or compliance. What we want to be able to do is consolidate that management information. So within our stores, we've got all of our store managers, we've got all of our area managers. What we want to be able to do for them is simplify where they get the data from. It's all in different places, and I think they don't have necessarily the time or the inclination to sit down and do all of that review that data for them. So we want to be able to do that. We want to be able to give them individual driver behaviour scores. At the moment, it's just based on the vehicle. So that will give us more specific target in terms of either performance management or retraining. Real-time vehicle tracking, and then improved in customer interaction. So we're talking about, and a lot of companies do this, texting customers ahead of time, telling you when your delivery is when it's going to be delivered and who's driving it, which vehicle it's on, and so on. And then we've got the advanced routing algorithm as well. So we know this exists today. Optimised routing and the labour efficiencies. So all the benefits that we've seen over the last 5 years by having delivery scheduler, we are now looking at changing that up again, and looking at the optimised routing, which we've seen when we've done some modelling on data from a couple of stores, and we know that we can achieve anything between sort of 11% in our smaller stores right up to 20% further saving in driver hours, which I guess over 5 years we've sort of realised those benefits and established that. This is kind of the second phase for us. And that was a really quick presentation, I know that, but are there any questions?
That's really
No?
great.
Okay, thanks very much.